Buddy, it's Diana with stampingwithdie.com, and if you are new to my channel, I guess I should every once in a while tell you who I am, because like I hope I get new people now and then. But I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I am from Santan Valley, Arizona. So if you are looking for some fun stuff, this is the channel to be at. I realize I have my ring light in the wrong spot because it's putting doohickeys in my glasses. But anyway, so I do 4 lives a week. So I do 2 on my YouTube channel, and I do 2 in my Facebook group. But I always, if I do them on Facebook, I always put them into the YouTube channel so that you don't miss them. You know, you don't miss out on them. And I also do vice versa. I also put the YouTube lives into the Facebook group. So I don't want to miss you, and I want to make sure that if you are trying to learn anything, I'm always able to teach you, right? And I love when you ask for requests. So Mimeograph Monday is actually basically means I am casing a project out of a current Stampin' Up! Catalog. Now sometimes this is things that I pick, and sometimes it's something that somebody asks for. So today is actually one that I have drooled over since the January to June mini catalog was in there. So I'm finally going to do it. And it's also going to be using one of the stamp sets and dies that are retiring. So I'm so sad. So sad. So hi, Belinda. So let's get started, and I'm going to try to stop saying so. I say the word so too much, so I need to come up with a different one. Like somebody says, just pause, right? If you're going to say a word like, it used to be I used to say all the time. Now I've changed to so. So there, I said it again. Maybe I should say the word now. Now we're going to do this. Or people say just pause. So, but who knows? So hopefully it doesn't irritate you. All right. So I'm going to flip so you're not looking up my nose. All right. So hopefully you can see a big thing just came up on my phone that says rotate device and a locked sign. So I don't know, but at least you can see me, right? So that's good. All right. And I can see me on my tablet. So that is good. And all right, so Belinda, Stacy, Jeannie, and Virginia. Hi, Virginia. I'm just going to ignore that. So you can hear me, correct? Just give me a thumbs up or say yes, you can hear me. Just because of that. Okay, good. Because then I'm going to just keep going. Because I turn everything off so I don't have this echo. All right, so the hostess code for June, here is June's hostess code. So please use this if you are placing an order in my store, unless, I always say, you are in one of my clubs, my stamp clubs, then you have your own code. Or if you are ordering over 150, don't use that, because then you will get your own hostess benefits, and we all love free stuff. All right, so like I was talking, my Mimeograph Monday is where I case something out of a current catalog, whether it be something I have fallen in love with and want to do, or I take requests. If you have something that you want to see me do, and I've done a couple recently, and then I will send you that. But you have to let me know. So Nancy, you were the one that asked last month, and I need to get you to send me your address so I can send it. Okay, so this week it was just one of the ones I picked. But if you have a request, just email me. So you can email me at, can you see that? Just email me at mimeographmonday@stampingwithdie.com. That way, all the emails come together, and it's easier for me to find. So let's see here. What did I choose? Can you guess? I said it's retiring. Hi, Ann. And it is the cute snails. I love this bundle. Now this is on sale. So now you want to make sure that you don't use the bundle number because you want it to be a little cheaper. The dies are on sale. I'm pointing at the wrong thing. The dies are on sale. So what you want to do now is you just want to order them separately. You don't want to use the bundle price. At the time, the bundle price was cheaper, but now the dies being there on sale, it's cheaper to buy them individually. So it's actually be like $34 if you buy them individually. So if you don't have this, you need to go and get it right now. Because I'm surprised. I looked when I was doing the card like yesterday to make sure it was still available because I thought, oh, with my luck, I will do something that isn't available anymore or they've run out. But it was still available. So here's the cute stamp set. I'm going to miss these little guys so much. They are so cute. It has such fun little things in this set. So this is one that's going on my shelf. I am not getting rid of it. I have a table full of retired stuff that I will start announcing, but this is not one. It has the snail die. So it has all these fun little shapes. So I'm going to use that too. And I'm also using the brick and mortar. So I have changed the card a little bit. If you look at this card, let me bring the catalog over. I love when a catalog is current so that I can actually show the catalog. All right, if you look at this, so I'm changing it a little bit because this right here, see the background, is actually from one of the dies. So let me show you. So if you're just making one card, go right ahead. I'm like, where's the little die? Oh, Diana. Oh, here it is. Here it is, right here. This is the die. So it's a cute little die. That is what they used for the background. Well, I usually do multiples. So I think I cut for 4 because I always do the one finished card and then I always have extra or whatever. And I thought, gee, do I need to do laundry or do I need to die cut all day? Because there's probably 50 of those on one card. So, and I was doing at least 4 cards. So I decided I was just going to change it a little bit. My husband needed clean underwear, so I think he thought laundry was more important. So I used the brick and mortar. It looks just as cute. So there is that one little change. Also, they used the wood elements. I'm not a big fan of the wood elements, so I didn't use those. All right, so let me get my pieces over here. It also used Very Vanilla. It has been so long since I used Very Vanilla cardstock. So I was excited about that. I need to use it more because I do love the creamy look of it. Okay, so where is my bone folder? So this is just Very Vanilla, thick. I also have a piece that's going on the inside and I just trimmed it a little smaller. So that's the inside piece. I'll set it over there. Then, so here's the brick and mortar piece. And it looks just as cute as the, all those dies would be, I think. So that's going to go on the outside. We also have gold foil paper. And this is from the, where is my In Good Taste DSP. So I used that. So that didn't change. All right, so let me get a piece of paper over here. I'm using the Memento ink. I also, since I didn't use the wood elements, I left my snail intact. They cut the present off. And I didn't want to cut the present off because I wasn't going to use the wood elements. So we have our little cute little snail. I stamped these all with the Memento because I'm going to be coloring with the blends, of course. We have our cute little mushroom. That's for the inside. All right, then we have our hello. They also gold embossed this, and I kept it just with the memento. So we have our cute little hello. And then, did you notice this? You have this little circle that actually pops out of your set. So let me show you. So this is the little circle that comes right out of there. Like it's already cut. Like when Stampin' Up! Cuts the stamp, you know, the little pattern or whatever, it automatically cuts out. So what I do, whenever there's like a little piece like that, I always keep that because you can use it as a polka dot. You can use it for so many things. So don't throw those away. Now these little guys are actually little pieces I kept from a past paper pumpkin kit that coordinate with this. So that's why those are in there. Okay. So those don't come with the set. Okay, so now we have our hello, but I love it because you can also see through that hole. So I don't know if that's the purpose of the hole, so you can see through it, or sometimes when you have like something that's really flat, like a stamp, there's like a big flat area of space, sometimes your ink will get caught on it, and you'll get an ink, like a shadow kind of ink in the center. So that could also be the reason, but I'm not for sure. Either way, I love that they did that. But then you can see right through it to stamp your greeting. So then you have your hello, like right in there. Even though it's a red rubber and you can't see red rubber like you can the photopolymer, you can see, you know, you can see through that. Okay, now all of these images have a die that cuts them out. So I did that ahead of time. So here's our little pieces. Let me get a grid sheet. So here's our little pieces. I already die cut them out. Ta-da, ta-da. So see, I'm leaving the presents, my little hello. The dies also cut these cute little mushrooms. So when I was looking at the card, I got my eagle eye out there. I miss a lot of things, but I have an eagle eye for certain things. And it looked like these were done with the, that In Good Taste DSP. Because then it left the stalk of the mushroom, it looked like wood. So I'm like, okay, that's what I'm going to do. So I also die cut these mushrooms out with that In Good Taste. So there's the back. So it will match that strip. I also want to stamp really quick the inside of my card. So hold on a second. I'm going to stamp really quick. And I'm just going to go use Snailed It on the inside. Now, usually I put paper in there, cardstock, or not cardstock, but DSP to match the card. But this time I didn't. I'm just keeping it clean. So you Snailed It, but I'm putting a heart. So I'm going to put the cute little heart right there. Okay, now I'm going to close my pad because it is just screaming for me to put my arm in it. All right, move all that away. So now we can color all our little pieces. So this is a card just made for me because look at all the Stampin' Blends. Ah! I love it. Okay, so let me pour all of these out of there and then I'll put them in the basket when I'm done with them. Okay, so so I don't need to color that. So basically I just colored like the catalog. So we have our cute little snail, and he or she was colored with Old Olive for the body. And I don't know if I've necessarily done the snail with a green body, but he's super cute, and that's what they did. So this is the light Old Olive. And I know I usually put cheeks, but I didn't. I'm just doing it the same. So we have light Old Olive. So I did these ahead of time, so you didn't have to have me die cut them out, just to speed things up. But I love that all these images have a die. And I kind of had forgot that the mushroom did. So I was in my head thinking, okay, I'll cut that out, you know, not a big deal. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, I forgot that it even had a die. All right, now this is the dark Old Olive, so I'm just adding a little bit to the bottom and just a little bit here. And then I'm just going to come back with my light and just touch those two colors together, and that's just going to soften where they meet just a little bit so that that line isn't so stark. Okay, then my little snail is going to be soft suede, light and dark soft suede. I'm going to color the whole shell with the soft, light, soft suede, and then we're going to go back with the dark. So I so appreciate you joining me on Monday. Jeff has a ear appointment this afternoon. He had, when he was young, he had, what do you put, ear tubes or whatever? But he's not been hearing. Now this is the dark, soft suede. Now, I wear hearing aids. I was born with nerve damage, so I don't hear hardly at all. So I wear hearing aids, but I didn't wear them growing up because I was too stubborn. Like, how embarrassing, right? I had glasses, I had braces, and I'm like, you expect me to wear hearing aids too? No, thank you. But right before our son was born, I was like, you know what? I might need to hear the baby when he's crying. So I got hearing aids right before Eric was born. He's going to be 33, if you can believe that. All right, but Jeff had tubes in his ears when he's little, but he had an ear infection here a little bit ago, and that's all cleared up. But he can't hear where the hoot. So he's constantly, what? And I'm like, oh my gosh, is that what people were like with me all my life? So I have a feeling he needs hearing aids, but he doesn't want to hear that. Now this is light smoky slate. So I'm going to put a little bit of light. I want to flip that around to the other side. A little bit of light smoky slate on the eyes. Also, and this is just on anything that's going to be white. I just wanted to have just a little bit of color. So I'm just using the light smoky slate. All right, then we are going to color the presents. Now the presents, I just chose whatever color I want because, like I said, they cut the presents off, okay? So I chose, I'm using dark daffodil. This is dark daffodil. And they use mango, and we don't have mango anymore. And now that we have the pale papaya, I'm not really missing it. Okay, and then this is dark saffron. And then this is dark pale papaya. And I'm putting that. Now look at that. Oh my gosh, I have a card to show tomorrow. It uses these colors for my Teach Me Tuesdays. Now that will be in the Facebook group, Stamping with Dye Facebook. So if you are not a member of that, please holler at me so I can add you, because that will be alive, and that's at 3 o'clock tomorrow in the Facebook group. Okay, so I also want, while I have my soft suede, I want to make this top present. I'm going to have it be cherry cobbler. So I'm just putting a little bit of the light soft suede, and then I'm going to take my cherry cobbler. Where's my cherry cobbler? And I usually don't use cherry cobbler, but it called for it, so I did. And I love it. All right, so this is the light cherry cobbler, and I'm just going over top of that soft suede to make it be dark. And I could use the dark, but it's just a little bit different than using the dark. All right, there we have. Look how cute that is. Now we'll set it aside. Now we're going to color our fun little mushrooms. Hi, Barbie. Okay. I need to keep remembering to look up because it doesn't show on my phone. It just keeps saying rotate device on my phone when I'm looking down, and I'm afraid to touch it and have it mess up, because today at least YouTube is letting me watch the stream live because last week it wasn't. Okay, so this is the light old olive. So I'm just going to add some in the grass. And then I'm going to do the same with the dark. So I'm just going to put a little bit of the dark. So I had trouble with Facebook too, and I'm not the only one. Other people are having issues. So I uninstalled it and reinstalled it. So it will be curious to see how it acts tomorrow. All right, so that was the dark old olive and the light old olive. Then we need crumb cake because that was, oh, hype. Oh, thank you, Barbie. This is, what is this called? This is called Unicorn Lovely. And actually, Marcy was the one that wore it the first time. And I was like, oh my gosh, what is that polish? So then I had to order it myself. And I do love it. And it's like a gel polish. You have to cook it under the light. But it came with regular polish too. So if you don't have a cooker or you want your toes to match, it came with regular polish. But I haven't used the regular polish. I just used the gel. Because I don't like to have it peeling off. And I find if I wear polish, it will come off on my cardstock. Like when I pick up the card, like sometimes the polish will come off on the side of the cardstock, and that drives me nuts. So with gel polish, it doesn't do that. Okay, so now I'm going to do the light, that light soft suede again. So underneath here would be dark and just the edges. And I'm also going to do here on this mushroom and here on this mushroom. Now these little mushrooms underneath here, like the little mushrooms, I'm going to use the cherry cobbler so that the mushrooms are a little bit different in color. So this is just a light cherry cobbler. And then the other mushroom, I'm going to use the real red. Okay, so this is the dark real red. So I'm just going over top of that, a little bit down, because I am going to use both the red, the light and the dark of the red. So this is just the dark. Try to avoid the dots. And then I'll use the light. So hopefully they figure out what's up with Jeff's ears. If it was a perfect world, they would just say, oh, you have something clogging them, and then they would pull it out and he would hear fine. But I don't know. Because his dad wears hearing aids. But you need to hear. All right. Because he's always had good hearing. So this is just such a change for him. Okay. And me too, right? Having to repeat myself all the time. Okay. So this is done. So now let's pull these over. So what we're going to do is we're going to add color just to the tops of these. We're going to keep these. Hey, Candy. We're going to, and Cindy. Hey, Cindy. We're going to keep these as that wood DSP. We're not going to color these. We're just going to color the tops. So we have Cajun, dark Cajun Craze. And just hold it carefully because it's kind of thin and you don't want to rip it. You don't want to rip the top off of the stem. So I'm just kind of holding it steady. So this is the dark Cajun. Then I'm going to take the dark pumpkin. And this is just me guessing by looking at the catalog and what they said they use supply-wise, what they did. And then the daffodil. And then the dark daffodil. So I love it because you can still see the wood through it. So it looks just like colored wood, grained wood. All right, so there's that one. Then we have these cute little guys. Now, the one thing that was different on this, and I didn't realize till after. All right, so one's going to be dark cherry. One of them, they left the pieces in. So these actually pop out, but I'd already threw them in the garbage, like, because they were really, really tiny, and I wasn't going to fish them out of the garbage. So both of mine have them cut out. So that was a little bit different too. All right, so there's that one. And then the other one is pumpkin and the daffodil. So it's just a little lighter than the other one. Okay, I think. Oh, and I forgot. I need to color my little heart. Hey, Jean. So let me color my little heart. Move these guys over there. Where's my light suede? Now, if you want this heart to look like it pops off the page, what you want to do is take a little bit of your light smoky slate. You can also use Pool Party Works, the light gray granite, you know, anything like that. And we're just going to take this and we're just going to put a little bit of dark around there. And then when it dries, it'll look like the heart is coming off the page a little bit. Okay, so then where is my light real red and my dark real red? Hold on, where is it? Okay, so here's my dark real red. And then I'll finish it with my light. And that way the heart's got some color on it on the inside too. All right, now I think that's all the coloring. One thing I do want to do, which is a little bit different because we do not have a gel pen, but you know me, I love my gel pen. All right, so I'm going to take my gel pen. Now these I just get on Amazon. If you do any of my socials, I do a fall social and a spring social, and you always get a gel pen. It's just you just know you're going to get it just because I like to use them. The fall social is in September, so watch for that sign up because those will be going out like very, very soon. All right, so I'm just going to take a little gel, and that just adds a little light to the heart. All right, but I also want to do it. Where's my little pieces? I also want to add a little bit to this present right here. Let me scoot down a little bit. So this is why I have that. I put the grid sheet because the colors, I got color all around and they come through. So that's why the grid sheet was there. All right, so I'm just going to take my gel pen and I want to put just some marks on my present. So it almost looks like it's got pattern to it, you know, like a fancy one of those fancy luggages. All right, so now we're gonna put our card together. All right, so let me get this out of the way. Get that out of the way. Okay, so now this is the fun part. I did cut my gold a little bit too big. So what I'm doing is I am just going to glue this. Now I'm going to just scoot up a little bit. Yeah, Jane, if you do, you'll get another one if you do the fall social. It's just because, you know, you might use it up. All right, so I want this a little smaller. So I had cut this strip a little bit too wide. So no big deal. I'm just gluing it, and then I'm just going to trim. No biggie. No biggie whatsoever. All right. That's what scissors are for. Okay, so now, so this is the different, remember I used this instead of all of those little embossed pieces of the die pieced. So, and I'm sure everybody that works with Jeff, we're glad too that I also did his laundry. Okay, so we have, now this is cut a little bit longer, but it is so much easier if your piece is a little longer when you're gluing because you can see that you're straight. So it gives me room to glue it here and here. And I don't have to be like, so like, oh my gosh, trying to like butt it up so it's even. And then you just cut the overhang. It's just so much easier. That's my thinking anyway. Okay. Then we're going to put this on the card. And I'm using the seal because we have this bumpy, the embossing folder is pretty bumpy. So you want to have quite a bit of adhesive just so that it's not like puckery. And see how like some of these bricks go in and some are flatter. So the seal is awesome because it's nice and sticky. So it's going to grab that. You could use glue dots too if you wanted, but I just kept it flat because I'm going to use quite a few dimensionals when I'm adding all my little critters and pieces. I didn't need another popped up thing. All right, let me glue this on the inside while I have my adhesive out. So here's the inside of the card. Just very vanilla on very vanilla. But it allows you, see, if you'd have stamped it on here and then colored it, this would have been coming through the back of your card, and we don't want that. So this way, you just cut, it's just a 1/4 sheet of paper. Cardstock's not that expensive, and it just makes the card have a little more heft to it, a little more fancier. Plus, if you boo-boo, you have just boo-booed this piece of paper. You've not boo-booed the whole card, and now you're like, oh my gosh, I have that beautiful card, I have boo-booed it. All right, so see how that adding that little bit of that smoky slate makes that heart kind of pop off the page a little bit. All right, let's start putting our pieces on. So I'm using dimensionals, like I said. So we're gonna get our stuff kind of ready to go. So we have dimensionals on that. Let's see, I want a dimensional. Now I just kind of trimmed my dimensionals down so that they were just on the stem. So that one is done. These little ones, you just want to be careful. Not only are they a small die image, but remember we only used DSP. So they're small, and then it's also skinnier paper. So just be wary of that. All right, set that aside. And then this one. So I just trim my dimensionals so that the shape I need. Again, easy peasy to do. Now this guy, he's going to go in the front. So I'm kind of keeping his dimensionals towards the center because he's going to overlap stuff. And I am going to double them up because I want him to be extra tall. Plus he needs to be able to clear some of these other images that I've also used in dimensionals on. All right, so let's get our stuff on the card. So we have our cute little image here, and I'm like looking at the catalog. I have one I did, but then I'm like, was that over top of that? Hang on a minute. Where's my catalog? Nope, it was inside. But I'm going to change this one a tad, and I'm going to have this go over this a little bit. So it's going to be just a little bit different, where that is going to flow into that. All right, so then we have this little guy goes here, and this little guy goes here. I have to remember to do my hello. Don't let me forget my hello. Then we're going to eyeball this guy. All right. So I know I need to put this mushroom up a little higher because I have the present on there. So the original one, they had cut the present off, and I want the present on there because I don't have the wood elements. All right. So that's going to go here. So cute. And then we have our little hello. Hello. And then your little hello. So isn't that so cute? Oh, I love it. I love it, love it, love it. So I can't believe it took me so long to do that card. But here's the one I was looking at. All right. So I always do one ahead of time, right? So here's the one I was looking at. I have my pieces over here for 2 more. So I have my pieces over here to do 2 more. And if I cut more, I can actually do 3 because I stamped those other ones. All right. But look how stinking cute. So you can see this one is a little closer because I did like I didn't go over top of this, but I kind of like, I always do something a little different, or you learn from or whatever. But I like that this kind of goes over here. So then it brings this piece into the card, right? It kind of like brings the two together. But so I'm glad you like that, Stacy and Cindy. So it's super, super cute. Let's see, is there anything else I needed to... I talked about, let me see if I can spin it without messing it up. All right, I talked about my Teach Me Tuesday. So tomorrow, I have a cute card for my Teach Me Tuesday, so I can't wait to share that with you. And it actually was using the card guts that I send to my team. So as a Dice Country inker, they can request card guts each month. And it's when we have our first meeting of the month, we show, you know, what we did with our card guts from the month before. And they don't have to, like, it's just, you know, totally if they want to. And this is what I did with the card gut. So that's just a little perk of being one of my team members. And I would love it if you are thinking about becoming a demonstrator, whether it be to save every time you order, be a hobby demonstrator. That's how I started out 22 years ago. I just had my 22nd Stampin' Up! Anniversary. It just has flown by. It's awesome to save money every time you order. Or if you want to do it as a business and earn some money, you know, whether it be mad money just to, you know, pay a bill or whatever, or if you really want to make it a business and earn the trips or whatever, I would love to chat with you about it, right? But tomorrow I'm going to show what I did with my card guts for May. And I think that's all. So don't forget, tomorrow is my Teach Me Tuesdays. That's in the Facebook group, and that's at 3 o'clock Arizona time. And I think that's all. So have a great rest of the day. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'm glad that YouTube was nice to me today and allowed me to make sure that everything was in the right view. So have a great day, and I will see you tomorrow. All right, bye for now. Okay, turn it off.